Hello everyone, you are welcome to solve this nice algebra problem, which is x times x minus x times x. This is equal to 100. What is the value of x? Now let's provide a solution from here. X times x, this is x to power 3. Then subtract x times x, which is x to power 2. This is equal to 100. The next step is to take this 100 on the left hand side, so that now here we have x to power 3 minus x to power 2 minus 100. This is equal to 0. The next step is that we have x to power 3, subtract x to power 2 minus 100, which we can express as 125 minus 25. This is equal to 0. Now we have x to power 3 from here, subtract x to power 2 minus 125 from here, then plus 25. This is equal to 0. Now this implies that here we have x to power 3 minus 125, which is actually 5 to power 3. Then subtract x to power 2 plus 25, which is actually 5 to power 2. This is equal to 0. Now here we have x to power 3 minus 5 to power 3. Subtract, we can express x to power 2 plus 5 to power 2 as into the parentheses x to power 2 minus 5 to power 2. This is equal to 0. So we have two parts here. We have two parts. The first part is the difference of two cubes expressed as a to power 3 minus b to power 3. And we have the second part from here, which is a squared minus b squared. From the first part here, which is a to power 3 minus b to power 3, this can be expressed as a minus b, a squared plus ab plus b squared. So this implies that x to power 3 subtract 5 to power 3. This is the same thing as x minus 5. Then here we have x squared plus 5x plus 5 squared, which is 25. Now let's call this equation 1. Then we have that a squared minus b squared. This can be expressed as a plus b. Then we have a minus b. So this implies that x to power 2 minus 5 to power 2. This can be expressed as x plus 5. Then x minus 5. Let's call this equation 2. Now let's combine equation 1 and equation 2 from here, so that now this is x minus 5. Then this is x squared plus 5x plus 25. Then minus, here we have x plus 5, x minus 5. This is equal to 0. Now from here we have two parts, that is x minus 5, which is x minus 5. We can factor out x minus 5 into the parentheses. This is x to power 2 plus 5x plus 25. Subtract from here. This is x plus 5. Close the bracket from here. This is equal to 0. So this implies that from here we have two parts, that is x minus 5. This is equal to 0. And then from here we have x squared plus 5x, then plus 25. Then subtract x, then minus times plus 5. This is minus times plus 5. This is minus 5. This is equal to 0. So from the first part here, we have that x1 is equal to 5. And the second part here, which is x squared plus 5x minus x, this is 4x. Then 25 minus 5, this is actually 20. This is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation of the form ax squared plus bx plus c. This is equal to 0. From this quadratic equation, we have that a is equal to 1, b is equal to 4, and c is equal to 20. From this quadratic equation, we find that a is equal to 1, b is equal to 4, and c is equal to 20. So to solve for x2, x3, we apply the quadratic formula, that's minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2 times a. Substituting the values of a, b, and c from here, so this is actually minus 4 plus or minus the square root of b squared from here. This is 4 squared, which is 16, minus 4 times a, which is 1, then times c, which is 20, divided by 2 times 1. The next step is we have minus 4 plus or minus the square root of 16 from here. Subtract 20 times 4, this is 80. Then all this divided by 2. The next step is that we have minus 4 plus or minus the square root of 16 minus 80. This is minus 64 divided by 2. So the next step from here, this is minus 4 plus or minus the square root of negative 64, which you can express as 64 times minus 1. All this divided by 2. The next step again here, this is minus 4 plus or minus the square root of 64, this is 8. The square root of minus 1, this is I, divided by 2. Now we can factor out 2. Now from here, we can factor out 2 so that we have 2 into the parentheses. This is minus 2 plus or minus 4i divided by 2. So let's simplify here so that now we have that x2, x3, this is equal to minus 2 plus or minus 4i. So these are two complex solutions. These are two complex solutions from this algebra problem, and only one real solution. We have only one real solution, which is x1 equal to 5. So the next step from here is to verify. So let's verify that x1 satisfies the equation. Now, if you recall from here, we have that x times x times x minus x times x. They should give us a value of 100. So this implies that from here, we have 5 times 5 times 5, subtract 5 times 5. This should give us a value of 100. So 5 times 5 times 5, this is 125. Subtract 5 times 5, this is 25. This should give us a value of 100. So 125 minus 25, this is 100, which is equal to 100. So this implies that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. And this implies that x1, which is equal to 5, satisfies the equation. So kindly follow the steps, like this video, and subscribe. Like this video and subscribe. See you in the next video.